All right. Welcome once again to another episode of Sports Therapy with FH Jr. I am your host. One thing about the show, we are a Sports Therapy with FH Jr. We are a show predicated and dedicated to sports, football, NFL football listeners only. We don't talk politics on the show. We don't talk race relations. We don't talk sexual orientations. All are welcome. Once again, I don't give a fat rat's butt what the Democrats are doing, nor do I care what the Republicans are doing. Our show is always sponsored by Crown Royal. Yes, that is our sponsor. And as usual, and as always, I am always rocking the standard uniform, augmented by the NFL logo, which signifies that I am neutral. Although I am a Commander fan to my heart, which is broken today, but I am always neutral. And I'm always rocking a cool beard, as you can see. I think that's it, man. Let's dive into the show. This is, oh man, I'm gonna save my rant for my show for my commanders later. Now, of course, if you're new and you just want to know what is sports therapy with FH Jr. all about, is it where one can get some some therapy? Well, yes and no. We only talk sports, NFL sports. So are we therapeutic? In a sense, because callers will always get 2 minutes to rip, rant, and kick some knowledge about all things NFL related. And the number to call is always 940-329-4110. And our show is streamed live on Facebook and Instagram. And please subscribe to my channel. All right, I think we got all that said and done. Today was a wild and crazy day. Saints won, 49ers lost, Commanders lost. I wish we could play the Eagles every week. Just play them for halftime. Play them to halftime every week. We could win. Just halftime. That's it. Anyway, a lot of injuries. My cousin Kirk torn Achilles. So I think my boy Kirk is gonna be out for a while. Oh man, we had Jet the Jets won. Jets, Jets. Yes. And we're gonna talk about that, man. We're gonna talk about scores. We're gonna talk about a whole host of things. Hopefully, we'll get some callers calling in. And yes, the Cowboys won. Yeah, how about them there Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? People think I don't like the Cowboys. Look, I'll say it and I'll say it again. I cheer for everybody in my division to lose because I am a Commander fan. I cheer for the Eagles to lose. I cheer for the Giants to lose. I cheer for everybody to lose. But I'm still neutral. Can you dig it? Speaking of that, a moment of silence to the late Richard Roundtree, better known as Shaft. Yes, Shaft. That brother Shaft was a bad mother. Oh, let me shut my mouth. But I am talking about Shaft. Can you dig it? Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr.
Who that? I need a Camaro jersey because that makes me run.
You mean a Camaro jersey? Now wait a minute, Jay. You might want to order you a Taysom Hill jersey because
Yeah.
that man is
It's on my list.
that man
I'm
is
not
a.
just gonna stick with one jersey.
I got you. Now you are in high spirits today.
Yes, I am. We won. It feels good to win.
Yes. I don't know. Jay, I wouldn't know that feeling today because my team lost. But you know what? I'm not going to rain on your parade. I did check out the Who That Nation. And yes, you guys were looking pretty good. What I saw, though, Jay, is that I saw where you guys have, well, when I say you guys, I'm talking about the whole Who That family. Y'all made some changes as far as how you guys attack throwing the ball downfield. Seems to me like they decided to do it with Taysom Hill as well as because Carr at the end of the day he's just not gonna really throw the ball deep. So I saw on several plays that y'all brought in Taysom Hill and he either ran it, cap it, or threw it down the field and got everybody involved, which is a good thing.
Which is what we need.
The Who Dat Nation. Who Dat Nation. Now, one thing I can say about the Who Dat Nation, you guys played big today. You guys played big today. The Who Dat Nation. Who Dat say they gonna beat them their Saints. Now you guys won 38. It was a high scoring game. I was surprised, but I was glad to see the Saints because this is what I tell people, Jay. If it wasn't that the Redskin Commander / Washington football team was stamped on my birth certificate, I would probably be a Saint. And well, I know I would be a Saint fan. So I'm not saying I'm ever gonna put on some Who Dat gear, but you know what? But you know what? I'm all for the Who Dat Nation though, man. I'm glad to see when you guys do well. But y'all did well today because now you took on the Colts, but a win is a win because the Colts are without their rookie quarterback. But hey, at the end of the day, hey, a win is a win, right?
Right.
And no need.
More than field goal. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know. Any thoughts about opening up a bottle of Jameis?
Hey, at this time, we'll see.
But Jay, like I said, man, I'm glad to see the Who Dat Nation rolling. In fact, you guys, although you guys are only like one game out of being tied for first place in the division, so that's kind of good. You guys still got the division in your sights. Just have to maintain. Your defense is looking good though, but y'all did give up 27 points though. I gave up 27 points. But hey, y'all won. Who that say they gonna beat them their Saints? Who that? So now, talk to me about my man Alvin Kamara. You said you were gonna get a Kamara jersey.
Yes, I am. He ran that ball like nobody, like nobody was in the way.
That's good, man. That's good to hear. That is outstanding to know that your Saints, the Saints went marching. And like I said, man, if I wasn't a Commander / Redskin / whatever we gonna call ourselves, I would probably be a Who Daddy. Who Daddy. But hey, things are looking bright though, man. I don't know who you guys play next week, and maybe another division game. But like I said, if y'all can continue, because now there was a couple plays that now the object of the show, you can't talk about the whole game, but there was this one play where Chris Olave, your number one wide receiver, Hill threw him a pass. This was in the third quarter, and you guys because that game was tight until the last maybe the last 4 or 5 minutes, and the ball hit him dead in the hands, and it probably would have been a walk-in touchdown, and he dropped the ball. I'm not trying to.
I remember that.
I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but remember, this is sports therapy. And I was like, yeah. But like I said, you guys, the game you guys broke the game open. And I believe it might have been like, what about at the beginning of the fourth quarter, I started to see the Saints start to pull away, which is a good thing. But it's always good, Jay. It's always good, all right? So, on that note, let me get a shout out from the Who Dat Nation.
Who that said they're going to beat them Saints?
All right, Jay. I'll see you next week. Thanks for calling.
All right.
All right, discover Crown Royal. Blended Canadian whiskey. Patient, fit for a king, blended in 1939. And when you ever see me out in the streets and I'm crime fighting, man, always pass me a bottle of Crown and I say, Crown me, baby. Crown Royal. Drink Crown Royal responsibly. And if you're a minor, you should never be drinking Crown. But if you are an adult, feel free to express yourself in a Crown Royal type of way. All right. Now, it's always good to talk to my listeners. Let me tell you something about Jay and Grand Prairie. She calls in every week, which is good. That lets me know that she listens to the show. Now, is she a diehard Saint fan? Yes, she is, because she never talk about any other team, which is, hey, it's cool with me. And like I said, there is no fan shaming on Sports Therapy with F.H. Jr. So, in fact, if you're riding around and you just happen to hit and tune in on this channel, you say, man, what the hell am I watching? Who is this clown? Hey, this is Sports Therapy with F.H. Jr. Well, callers will get 2 minutes to rip, rant, kick some knowledge about all things NFL. And the number to call, if you want to be a guest, is 940-329-4110. Man, you see how that number just rolls off my tongue now? Yeah, 940-329-4110. But you know what? I like to take the time, because, most of the time, this show's about fun and yucks and all that good stuff. But I want to take the time to recognize that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So now, y'all know I'm decked out in the standard uniform, which is black. But, hey, if you go to my website, you can see where I am decked out posted up in the latest pink. Yes, I'm wearing pink in honor of National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So keep that in the mind, man. And let's do what we need to do, because, hey, man, go out and help sponsor and do what we need to do, because, hey, let's get our loved ones together, make sure they take a mammogram and do whatever they need to do. All right. That has been my public service announcement. So now let's get back to the show. Now, you know what I tell people? I don't just wing this show. I get up, I do stats, I do all kinds of stuff. And we always try to go over some scores. And sometimes we make it, and sometimes we don't. But you know what? But this show is dedicated to the callers. It's not about me. Not about me at all. In fact, I got a caller coming in. See what we got. Sports Therapy with F.H. Jr.
Yes, sir. F.H. Jr., this is Brandon Cooper, the Ravens extraordinaire. We pulled it out, baby. We pulled it out.
What say ye, Brandon? Hey, brother Cooper, let me get you to push your volume up on your whatever device you're talking to, brother.
Yes, sir. This better?
Yes, sir. All right. Now let me say this. Now I'm gonna let you have the flow, man, because it's all about you, not me.
All right. You know, we gonna get to y'all folding later. We gonna get to y'all later.
Oh man, we folded up like a lawn chair, man.
So first of all, I would like to say, man, salute to Gus Edwards, man, for bringing us home with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he did.
We needed that. Lamar was very smart with the ball. Man, we played a good game, but I just don't like, at times, we often just don't look like we know what we're doing as a team. And it's like, man, when we're playing people like the Arizona Cardinals, come on, dude. We gotta. That game should have been over at halftime. Like, we shouldn't be going down to the wire with them. But I'm glad we pulled it out. Lamar played a clean game, and we got out alive. Nothing too much need to be said about that. Looking at the Cowboys, it's the Rams. The Rams are just in a part. They went all in for the championship, so now, they're suffering the consequences.
Yes,
right?
Yes, I agree.
If we're looking down, of course, the Dolphins beat the Patriots. That was a given. Patriots don't know what they're doing. Hey, man, look. At some point, we knew the run had to be over, but Bill, either you going to stay and take this seriously or you got to go, man. And
I
that's how I
agree.
feel about the Patriots situation.
I think,
If we're
but
looking
I
at
think it's time, man. I think it's time for Bill to exit stage
it,
left.
it is, man. Because it's like you can't. We're in a different era, right? So before, people would go to New England because you knew you could win a Super Bowl and have a chance. But what do you do now when you don't have as much talent, you don't have a comparable quarterback, and you don't even have a number one go-to guy? Even when you had Gronk as your main go-to guy, Julian Edelman was a hell of a receiver.
True.
And you don't have anybody else. And then Mac Jones is just not that guy. Can we just say that? I always have a strong disdain of quarterbacks that they said were top picks, and they don't pan out because you know how they did my boy Lamar so bad. But that's a tough one. And then you're in a division where all the other teams are getting better. Like,
yes, indeed.
Once the Jets find out that quarterback situation, they're good. The Bills are always going to be in contention, even though I think Josh Allen is a fraud, but I'll let that go. And the Dolphins will always be good. I mean, that's a track meet every week.
Every week.
So they got to get it together. But more importantly, I want to take to the game the Jets and the Giants.
Jets. Jets.
So I'm gonna be honest.
Now before you be honest, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
That was the worst half or 3/4 of a football game I ever watched in my life, man. I'm like, am I losing some years off my life watching this crap?
I thought I was the only one. I'm like, yo. And the Giants had the nerve, the hand. They guaranteed $40 million a year and told Saquon, we don't think we should pay you a term. They get in the first game of the season. They find out Danny Dimes is trash. Then they say, oh, well, the rest of the season, we're just going to hand Saquon the ball, and he got to run through 11 people.
Yes.
With no blocking. No, I'm sick and tired of this, man. I'm tired of them doing this to these running backs, man. We pay these white boys all this money because they think they're the great white hope, and then they don't pan out. And then all of a sudden, after one half of football into the first game of the season, you look at Saquon and was like, well, hey, man, you don't have a good offensive line, and, hey, you're just going to have to take us to the promised land again. No, man, and I'm sick and tired of that, man. I don't like the way they did Saquon, man.
Man, I love a good rant.
But you know what I'm talking about, man. You know how disrespectful it is to tell Saquon, we're not going to pay you?
Yes.
But you got this quarterback you gave this money to who can't even complete a pass, let alone get the snap. And every time he drops back, he can't find nobody. They even gave him Darren Waller.
I know.
And you still can't get no stats.
I know.
Come on, man.
I know.
And they paid him without hesitation. They gave him $40 million a year.
And they're trying to give Saquon what I call the Earl Campbell effect, which is just run him in the ground and then just end his career basically. Run him into the ground for that 1 year. Yeah, we're gonna pay him, but they just do him like a horse, man. Just run him in the ground till he can't perform anymore.
Exactly, because they're gonna go back to the negotiating table after this year, and they're gonna be like, all right, well, Saquon, you're not gonna sign a franchise tender. All right, you looking for a 4-year deal? We'll give you about 30. No. And what are we doing, man? You gonna sit over here, and that was Saquon last year who led y'all to the playoffs. Like, let's not forget how we got here, fellas.
Oh, I know.
And it makes me mad because the running back position is so devalued, and I hate to say it, but Bijan Robinson in Atlanta is going to go to, bro. They're going to run that man into the ground.
Yep.
That is going to get ugly. So pretty much, if you're a running back, if you're not a number 1 first round pick, you're done. You already see what they're doing to Derrick Henry in Tennessee. They're already trying to get rid of him, even though he didn't carry that team for how long?
Forever.
You see what Minnesota did to Dalvin Cook. So we just gonna sit there and act like Dalvin Cook wasn't getting 1,200 yards a season and was still in his prime. And now he's over there in just rotting away in New York.
I know.
I don't know, man. But the league works in cycles, man. So I think they're going to get to the point where they're going to devalue the running back position so much, but it's going to get to the point where they're going to be like, dang, we got to do running back by committee, but we don't have the home run hitter. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if you got a good running back, it takes the pressure off, man.
And
you need to tell me Kurt Warner wouldn't have been good if it wasn't for Marshall Faulk?
Oh yeah. Look at my man John Elway. And you remember all them years he was just up there slinging it until they got a run game, man. Hell, Denver didn't do anything.
They weren't. They were just throwing the ball to Shannon Sharp.
Yep. Yeah. No run game.
That's all he was doing. And it's tough out here, man. But you know, let's transition to y'all game. I got a bone to pick with y'all.
Man, do we have to? Hey,
look,
hey,
I had to
look here.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. Let me say this, man. And you know the object of the show is to rip, rant, kick some knowledge about all things NFL. But man, let me say this, man. I'm almost ready to jump off of my man Eric Bieniemy's wagon, man. But you know what? Today I can't blame it on the offense. Anytime your offense put up 30 points and you lose, that is not the offense. Yeah, some guys dropped some key plays. That idiot coach we got, I don't know, was he sleep? A damn play.
Hey, man,
but his
Jackson stepped up.
Yes, he did. Like I said, he blew it last week when he dropped that ball, but the day he came through. But hell, my man McLaurin dropped But my point of it is that was this one crucial play where the Eagles were throwing the ball to, I believe it might have been Smith, and everybody saw him trap that ball. Man, it was four. Everybody saw him trap the ball. But yet, our idiot coach sit there and did not throw the flag to challenge the call. That led to he stood there, he was looking at the referee like, okay, are y'all going to take a look at it? Dude, you the freak. That's why I think the game have left Ron. I'm like, Ron, what the hell game are you watching?
But here's the thing. I'm looking at the game, like my pops and I were looking at the game. What did y'all have to lose by not challenging? Like, you see what I'm saying?
We had three damn timeouts, man. We had 3 timeouts. Use one.
Even if you lose the challenge, I'll at least be like, all right, man, at least my coach is like, cool. And y'all could at least take that time to kind of regroup.
Yes.
Because y'all completely lost the momentum. And you sitting there, you let A.J. Brown go off for 130 and 2 touchdowns.
Man,
I don't know was anybody covering him.
Man,
I don't know.
But you know what? A.J. Brown is a hell of a receiver, man. I mean, hell, he is. But the one that got me, we are playing man, except for this one idiot. I don't know what the hell he was playing because he playing a zone. Everybody else on defense playing, and Smith is by himself. No one within 30 yards of him.
Himself.
I was like, dude,
man,
what the hell are you doing?
Your defense lost that one, man.
It was.
Okay, all y'all in man cut.
Except for him.
Hey, look. And this is what you used all of your draft picks to draft your defensive line and your wide receiving core. And it shows.
Man, we need a couple of dogs back there on the at DBs. We got no dogs. We got nobody that the teams are afraid to throw at. We got none of that. Now the rookie,
they tore y'all up through the air, man.
The rookie may be, but you know what I'm saying. I can't blame anything on young Ford. You know what? He a rookie. He gonna have some good games, and then some game, hell, he just gonna get burnt like a matchstick. But I'm talking about those other cats, man. Like, seriously, dudes, what are y'all doing? Now, A.J. Brown gonna get his, but you can't let A.J. Brown and Smith and even let hell, they even brush the cobwebs off of what's my man the receiver from Alabama.
Jones.
Yes.
I'm like, look, man.
Yes.
They showing off.
They even brushed the cobwebs off of him.
And I'm looking at y'all, and it just keeps. It's just like it's not coming together. But you're competitive. But I don't. I think offensively, y'all can kind of put things together. But I think Eric Bieniemy has to understand
he's not coaching.
Logan Thomas is not Kelsey,
right?
And is not Patrick Mahomes.
And you cannot let Sam Howell chunk it 30, 40 times a game. There are some times.
Oh, he threw the ball 52 times.
Yeah,
today.
I'm like, dude, we got two stud running backs and you don't use them. Yes, I'm for him, bringing a more explosive aerial type offense, but at some point, look what you got for runners, man. You got 3 good running backs. Wear the defense down some. Every once in a while, take that ball out of that youngster's hand.
And that's the problem, because here's the thing. Against the Eagles, their secondary is too good, and they got pass rushers. You throwing 52 times, I mean, you might get some good plays off, but you kind of playing into their hands a little bit.
But
you know what I mean? Like
I agree.
You risking it, throwing the ball.
Because the law average, hell, you throw the ball 52 times, hell, even the worst cornerback is going to get one of them. They all
don't get one of them.
It's like, dude, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
But like, your team is so competitive. I just don't know what direction you want to go in.
Now,
hey, man, it looks like John might leave. I don't know, man.
Now,
he getting pissed. And he's the line getting mad.
This is the one that got me. right before halftime, man, we are on their 12-yard line, and it's fourth and 1, and that kid was fourth and less than 1. I said, if this dude passed this ball, I will kick my TV. I said, even if we didn't make it and he tried to run, I would have been okay with it. 4th and 1, he rolls out Howell and end up just having to eat the ball. I like, seriously, come on, Eric, run the freaking ball down here, man.
Like come on, man. We're going to, man, Brian Robinson is a big dude.
Yes.
Like, man, line up hat on with people, man. Give them the ball. At least give your running back a chance.
Now, what I don't like is you don't give the ball to your running back when they got some momentum. You want them to be at a standstill while you faking the defense like you're going to pass and then just give it to them. I'm like, it's kind of like a read option type thing. Those guys, of course, nobody's running the eye anymore, but at least let them get their momentum going. That way they wait and power. They're going to fall forward at least a yard.
You gotta get them going downhill.
Yes.
Man. You got to get them downhill, because the Eagles defense has too many athletes for y'all to be on that BA. Y'all got to get right to the point. When y'all playing the Eagles, y'all got to get to the point, because they got too many athletes and too many smart players and an experienced coach.
And
like, y'all gotta get to the point. And it's just like Eric Bieniemy. You're not in Kansas. You're not in Kansas anymore, right? That's what's funny.
But the only thing I can say, man, that is, if you put up 30 points and the other team put up 38 points, that's a defense issue, man.
There's no reason why you, in an NFL game as of how today is played, you putting up more than 30 points
and lose.
And your quarterback is throwing 52 times and you lose.
And you know what?
I mean,
and you know what? I noticed that in the first half of the game, we came out. Eric made some adjustments. He went with a quick passing game, started getting the ball out of Sam's hands, and he was actually running the ball a lot more, a little bit more balanced. Okay, now all of a sudden he reverted right back in the second half. He went right back to the same old Eric Bieniemy type, letting Sam just sling it. I'm like, man, no, don't just let Sam sling it. Because what's going to happen is exactly what we got, which was we're starting to go 3 and out, and we're not putting any wear and tear on Philly's defense. And sooner or later,
and that's the thing. When you throw too many passes, the clock doesn't move. The clock doesn't move, and you're not putting any wear and tear. And the thing is, the Eagles can go too deep for their pass rushing team.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you're not wearing it down.
And you let them get into an offensive rhythm, because that's the key to us always being able to play the Eagles, is that we keep them where they can't get into a rhythm. All of a sudden, Eric reverted back to his Kansas City days, thinking he's got Mahomes, so we're just going to toss it around. We're going to set up all kind of trick-ass plays. Like, man, just stay with the running game, man. You know.
You got a young quarterback that you have to develop. You have to give him the confidence, and you have to get him on the same page. My thing is, use Logan Thomas, man. Use Logan Thomas and get him on that page. You need to get him a safety net that he trusts,
and
go from there.
And he was the first half. Now, there was this one play he ran. He called, and you're sending Logan Thomas as the only receiver you're sending deep. Seriously, how you gonna send Logan Thomas with all those other guys you got that could get? And it was just a one option play. I was like, hey, what the hell are you calling, man?
I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, athlete for athlete, the Eagles are too good at their skill players on defense, bro. You got to control the clock, run the ball. You got to mix it up, man. And the Eagles are an experienced team. And we ain't gonna sit there and act like this team won the Super Bowl last year, man.
And that's how we play them too, man. We match up with them. We play them. We hit them in the mouth. We keep the ball away, and we play all kind of shenanigan football, and we frustrate them. That's how we can play with them. But as long as Eric sticks to that type of game, we in it. But like I said, man, all of a sudden he fell in love with going back to his old ways of thinking. Hey, you know what? We up 24 to freaking 10 or something, and he came right back out doing something crazy. I'm like, come on, man. Fourth and half of one, and he decided to throw the ball. Like, man, seriously, run the ball, man. Run the ball.
It's no way my starting running back came from the University of Alabama, and I'm not running that ball on 4th and short.
Run the ball.
Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way.
So that's why.
Ain't no way. And Brian Robinson, that's how he gets. That's his bread and butter.
Man, you have no idea, brother. You have no idea, man. I was like, and the one play that really got me was the fact that on defense, everybody playing man-to-man except for this one cat. He playing zone, and dude just running right past him. I mean, wasn't anybody within 40 yards of Smith. And his teammate they were so pissed off at him. I like, come on, man, seriously.
The thing about man-to-man is you can't slip up because there's no help. There's no help. So, man, if anything, man, give that wide receiver a little cushion because you know you don't have any help.
Well, the thing about it was everybody else was playing man. This idiot here wasn't playing man. He played zone. That's called not being on the same page with everybody else. Everybody else playing man, you playing zone. Now, I really don't have any problem with my man making plays, because hell, he's just an athlete. Hell, you throw the ball up there to him, he bigger, stronger. As long as somebody around fighting with him and he makes the play, hey, that's just a good athlete making a play. But that other one where,
I mean,
because
you gotta live with it, man.
Yeah.
I live with AJ Brown tearing because he's done that to the rest
Yeah.
of them. But I won't sit here. I'm like, look, bro, because Devontae Smith, once you get him going, see, now you opened up the offense, and now you allowing Swift to get them little passes and start getting his runs in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But hell, but man, if you just gonna just let the guy be by himself, it don't make him do. You can put me back there, play defensive back. If all I gotta do is stand in a spot and let Smith run past me and by himself and be down in the end zone with nobody within 40 yards of him.
Hey man, y'all don't want it.
We don't.
Y'all don't want it.
We don't, man.
Y'all don't want it.
We don't, man. Dude, I'm so pissed off. You had no idea. But hey, bro, let me get another call in here, man. Get your shot in, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I am Brandon Cooper, the Ravens extraordinaire. I am pleading the case for Lamar Jackson to win MVP, and he will. We're going to take care of business, man. Ravens extraordinaire. Hey, man, it's going to be a lot of good football being played. Y'all just watch out, man. And stay and hold tight. If you're a Washington Commanders fan, I feel for you, though. Because it looks like Jonathan is going to kick a hole in somebody's chest.
He needs to, man. He needs to, man.
Hey, man, y'all take it.
All right,
y'all
man.
Get easy, man. Hey, we're going to have a safe Halloween, man. And, hey, let's get it in.
All right, man. Thanks, brother.
All right, yes, sir. No problem.
Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr.
What's going on, my brother?
What's up, my man? It's my homeboy,
Man,
Glenn.
you got it, man.
Brother.
The weather bad, my team bad, so I can't. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, you could be a Commander fan right about now, bruh.
Yeah, you could be a Steelers fan too.
Watching, you could be a Commander defensive back playing zone while the rest of your teammates playing man to man, and your man is in the end zone catching a touchdown, and nobody within 40 feet of him, 40 yards of him. It could be that bad. Like, dude, what the hell, man? Woo! What say ye, homeboy?
It look like your boys finna get ready to do some rebuilding, probably.
Man, we ain't finna rebuild. Hell, we just now got all them cats. If we rebuild anything, it's to get rid of Riverboat Run. That's about it. But hey, this is what I tell people. We always play the Eagles. See, one thing, you know what? I can't stand the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Because they in our division. But what the Cowboys do and the Ravens and team like that, they beat the team that they are supposed to beat. You know, just like they sacrificed the Rams today. They're going to beat the team that they supposed to beat. We fool around and lose the team that we supposed to beat, and then play the team that we probably wouldn't beat. We'd take them to the wire. Like, we play the Eagles, man, like it's no tomorrow. We play the hell out of the Eagles. Fool around and score 3 points against the Giants and lose to the Bears. I can't, man. Just like today, man, we were up 24-10 going into, we up 2 touchdowns, man, going into the third quarter. You're not supposed to lose that game, homeboy Glenn.
You're not supposed to. Ain't no way. That's come from Ron Rivera. His offense is too conservative.
Now, you know what? When you score 31 points, you mixing around. Only problem is, oh boy, Eric, because Eric runs the offense. He won't run the freaking ball. He's trying to bring the same offense that they run at Kansas City. Now, you can bring parts of it, but you got to have certain personnel to be able to do what you want to do coming from your old team. And he don't know how to mix his Kansas City style with the style of NFC style, which is, It's good that you like the Eagles. The Eagles do a little bit of both. You see, they run that ball, they throw that ball. But they throw it, they run it. They really are a running team. But
they balance. They really balance. They got a balanced team, man.
But you're not gonna win a game when you got a second year. I might well call him a rookie. When you got a rookie, you letting him throwing the ball 50-something times a game. Man, even the worst defensive back gonna pick out one of those. You just, hell.
It's totally true.
Man.
But, man, it's just, I don't know. Right now, we get to the point in football where the good team separating themselves from the bad team now. And I get back to the AFC North division. Baltimore slowly separating themselves from everybody else in that AFC North.
They are.
I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard to beat them the way Lamar Jackson playing right now.
They are.
Anybody.
They are. Man, they starting to get together.
Right now, he's my MVP.
Yeah, he's starting to get it together, man.
Yeah, he's getting it together now, man. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough over there too.
But man, now
my boys, we don't have a quarterback, man.
Your quarterback got hurt today.
We don't have a quarterback.
The one that you don't have.
We need to go in the draft, man.
The one that you don't have got hurt today.
So I don't know what we're gonna do.
And now, because Mitchell Trubisky is not down. Trubisky is not the answer, man. You see Kirk Cousins tear up his Achilles today?
Yeah, man, that's gonna hurt Minnesota.
Yeah, that's it
man,
for them.
That's gonna hurt them.
But homeboy, usually at this time, but this is the time where I always tell people this. If you are 2 games out of first place, 2 games over 500, by week 8, you still alive because most teams haven't had the injury bug yet. And but I cannot just put my finger on any team except for the Ravens and say, this is a team that when they show up on Sunday, they're going to win. Like the 49ers. Man, they looking like crap.
I don't know what happened to them. I don't understand. But I think a team like Cleveland and the Jets,
yep,
you let them hang around.
Yeah.
Their defense could kind of hold. Their defense by themselves to kind of hold the better team down.
Yeah, because when you get between, and I used to say week 8 when they just had the 16 team deal, but now that we got 17 teams, I might as well say I still keep it at week 8 as far as, that's who you're going to be. Because if you are, 1 and whatever, or 2 and 6 or whatever, okay, you basically out. But if you 3 and 5, 3 and 3, or something like that, then because from week to week, other than the Ravens, you really can't say this team is gonna just beat another team. Look at Green Bay. Hell, I don't know. I don't even recognize Green Bay anymore.
Nah, there's not no dominating team out there. We thought the 49ers was that team a few weeks ago, but we see what happened now.
Yep.
So it's just not no team out there just dominating. Well, the team could get hot.
Well, here's the thing. Are the teams that winning, are they dominating teams, or do they have dominating players, whereas this one player get hurt, your whole season is over? For example, if anything happens to A.J. Brown, the Eagles' season is over, because that man is a one-man wrecking crew by himself. If anything happens, just like you mentioned about Kirk Cousins and the Vikings, okay? Look at the Jets. The Jets got a hell of a defense. Got some tools on offense. Ain't got no quarterback.
That's true.
Those teams like the Cowboys, for example. Okay, they rocking and rolling and whatever. Okay. Okay. We're going to find out about them there Cowboys next week. You know they play next week.
Monday night game or Sunday?
It's gonna be Sunday night, I believe. Now they may push them to Monday night, but my understanding though is it's gonna be the late evening game next Sunday. Yes, So now they may flex them to a Sunday night, or they may flex them to Monday night. But right now, they're on course to play them their Eagles, man. You know, so we're gonna find out about them Cowboys, but because what I tell people about them boys, they beat the team that they supposed to beat. Now your Cupcake, they gonna beat you. Now they haven't showed me that when they play a team that's just, you know, that's a whole team, that they can show up and give you a whole game. So we're gonna find out next week. We will find out.
And we're going to find out what the Eagles about the next 4 weeks.
Yep. Ooh, man.
Because they got the Cowboys.
They got
the Cowboys, the 49ers, the Chiefs.
Yes.
And where they done played Miami.
Yes.
But they got the Cowboys, 49ers, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And I think they got Dallas again.
Yeah. And they got us too. They got okay, they done playing us. But yeah, they got this. It's somebody else tough on their schedule too, man. It's gonna be a murderer's row for the Eagles. They got a murderer's row coming up.
It's true.
Now,
it's definitely true.
Because one thing I was telling you is, like I said, when you took Deebo Samuels off of the 49ers, all of a sudden, boy, they don't look nothing like like the team that they were looking, man.
No.
Because everybody else is there.
No, it makes all the difference in the world.
Man, you be surprised, man, what that one player can do. What that one player can do, man. Because
that's true, man. Because, like I said, right now, believe it or not, you take everybody, except for maybe Carolina Panthers, Chicago Bears. Everybody else still got a slim playoff chance.
Yes. That's why I say, man, these next, once you get week 8, if you're not injured, if you don't, just like with us, if we don't get crazy and start want to get rid of some guys at this trade deadline, don't fool around, don't get caught up in all that, man. Keep the guys, because people say, well, we're going to rebuild. Hell, we already young. What the hell? What we going to rebuild on? Everybody young. What we rebuilding?
Do you think, I want to ask you a question. Do you think the Commanders will make it a trade?
I hope not. But I think what the consensus is, we're going to have to sign all those guys. Sweat, my man from other end. My point of view is there's no sense in trading somebody for a second, third round draft pick when you already got that. Now, I'm saying if there is a stud cornerback out there or a stud middle linebacker that can cover, I would trade one. I would trade one of those guys, because that's our biggest problem is on the back end. We can count them. Right. I don't want to see Chase Young get traded, but what we're struggling on the back end. So if we could get a dog, as I call them, a dog type cornerback, if somebody not Jalen Ramsey and them cats that's kind of washed up, I'm talking about if somebody got somebody, and the problem is nobody is willing to let go of a stud cornerback, because it's just like hey.
But speaking of Jalen Ramsey, he had his first game back today. He made a big impact.
Yeah, but he kind of old though, man. So
yeah, he's getting up there.
Yeah. Nah.
But he's still he's not the player he used to be, right. But he can still hold his own though.
Yeah. So, but I wouldn't trade Sweat or Chase Young for not like that, man. Now if somebody want to talk about a number 1 draft pick, hey, now you got our attention. You want to trade one of those guys for a number 1 draft pick? Cool. Okay.
I wish Pittsburgh could trade for Kyle Mervin.
You know what? That would be a good deal, because now here's the thing about, and I'm glad we brought that subject up, man, because I got to ask this question here, man. Murray's ready to go. Now, I don't know. Are they trying to tank on purpose? Are they trying to tank on purpose to not let him back in, or what or how, when, what. I'm like, hey man, at some point, because I think we've seen enough of Dotson to know he's not the man, But I think he made himself some good money as being a good backup. He's not gonna be the man. But so are they trying to tank by not letting Murray play? Because they're like,
they do tank. So go ahead and say what you been saying.
But because nowadays guys don't have to be. Look, hell, you got guys don't even play the preseason game. Starters don't. They just okay. We ready for when the season starts. So why are you gonna tell me this man ready to go? And they tell me, well, he may not be in game. Seriously.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, man.
That's why I said in Pittsburgh, they should go after a guy like Kyle Murray. Because even like if the Cardinals are taking to get the number 1 pick, I do not see Caleb Williams from USC coming in there making a difference.
No.
To me, he's not no better than Kyle Murray.
No, he's not. He's not. Not at all. No. I think he's one. I think he's one of those guys that may be a system college quarterback. You know what I mean? Because everybody game don't transition over from college to the pro. Look at all those guys that were great in college. Kelly Smith, all those guys, Eric Crouch, and all those cats, man.
Yeah.
When they get to the NFL, man, can't cut it, man. Ward, and all those cats, man. Just because you have a good college career doesn't mean that just mean that I don't see nothing about him that tells me that he's gonna be this guy that you would trade everything that you got to get him. Now, for example, I'm still not impressed with Young because right now the kid out of for the Titans is having a better year.
That's right.
Than Young, than Bryce Young. The kid out
of Houston.
Yeah, Houston, yeah. And the one that went to school at Ohio State. I said he was gonna be the better overall quarterback. I said he was bigger, stronger, taller, and he had more upside. Bryce Young.
That's right.
He was, he's just a system quarterback. He was barely we're 180 pounds, man. Now if you 6'4", 180, okay, they can put a little meat on you as you get older. But if you 6'1", 180, now see Kyle, the difference between him and Murray has a thick lower body, man. You know what I'm saying? Murray may be 5'11", 6 feet, but if he 205, he's a solid 205 cat, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not he ain't 180 soaking wet.
And plus, Murray got a nice arm on him too.
Yes, yeah, he does. So.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, I think that they're gonna probably let him go, but they'd be crazy if they did. Now you ask me, who would I trade right now? But see, the problem is we don't need a safety. If we needed a safety, man, I'll tell you right now, I would trade one of those guys for Budda Baker.
From Arizona.
Yeah, but we don't need a safety because you can move Budda up there to that line and make him into that cornerback. I mean, I'm sorry, make him into that linebacker type. You can get him up there to support that run. Yeah, but he's a younger guy. He maybe barely turning 30. So I would maybe trade one of the guys for him and, a couple of draft picks they had to throw in there too. But we shall see.
Yeah.
But because
But it's gonna be.
Huh?
Yeah, I was like I said, it's gonna be. They talk about trading Young. They got to talk about him and Sweat.
Yeah.
But man, Boy, they got a hell of a front line, the Redskins. I just don't.
Yeah.
It's their offensive system that ain't clicking, man.
No, but
I know they scored 30 points, but they're not consistent.
But today, man, the problem we got is not the offense; it's the play calling, man. It's the fact that you got Bieniemy trying to bring Kansas City's system, their whole passing system, and it just doesn't work, man. You got 2 stud running backs, and sometimes, man, those guys only getting 3-5 attempts a game, man. You can't not sustain anything like that. You can't let the young guys sit around. And if your offensive line can't block, you don't know if your offense will work or not. Now, one thing we did today, we changed some people around, sit some people down, and now our offensive line did a lot better today, so we shall see how that's gonna go. But man, like you say, man, we got to diversify that offense, man. My homeboy Glenn, it's been nice, it's been real, but I gotta shut it down, my brother. You're about to hear the sound of my music. As we start to bring this thing to an end, I want to thank all those who called and all those who are listening in. Jay in Grand Prairie, Big Brandon from D1 Eagle University. Also, my homeboy Glenn calling from the great state. I want to thank the Country Kennies and all those who listen to me on the yard and in the Metroplex, including Irvin and some of my kids who should not be listening to this show, but I know y'all are. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next week. And remember, like I say on the yard, always stay golden, baby. What does stay golden mean? It means stay true to yourself. Always fight the good fight. We shall see you next week on another episode of Sports Therapy with F.H. Jr. Goodbye, everybody.